Hi, everyone. So let's do a collective reading to just try to capture some of the energy that's around us today. I'm going to start with an Alice card. So we have falling. And this says the unknown, descent, momentum, and change. So it's kind of giving that same feeling that the Fool card in the tarot gives, where this idea that you don't really know perhaps where you're going, but you're just, momentum is taking you in that direction. I'd like to roll a zodiac dice too, just to see the energies we're meant to work with. So this does not have to be your zodiac sign. I just want to know what energy we're meant to be working with. So we have Taurus. So the energy of Taurus can be about producing things, practicality. It can also be about your beliefs and just basically your core values. So I feel like there may be something about you that's changing when it comes to your productivity, maybe even the way you see things, your practicality. So then I'd like to take one of these self-care oracle cards to get one more oracle message. So we have see the beauty, learn to find the beauty in everything, see the world for all of its aspects. This is what I was just saying about changing your perspective on something, perhaps maybe something you used to think didn't have beauty in it, or maybe you disregarded its beauty. You might be seeing it from a different perspective now. So, but let's see what the tarot wants to tell us. So we have the Magician, Nine of Wands, Six of Pentacles, Eight of Swords. Underneath, Page of Swords, the Chariot, the Fool. So there's that falling energy. We're getting that energy again. Knight of Wands, which we saw at the bottom of the deck before I was even started shuffling. And then we have Seven of Pentacles underneath the deck. So whenever I see the Seven of Pentacles underneath, it tells me that you're going to get what you want. It's basically inevitable, because once this money tree starts to grow, or whatever this is specifically for you, then it's coming. But the Seven of Pentacles always cautions you to just be patient and maybe not to give up on something because you haven't seen the fruits of your labor yet, but it's coming. The Seven of Pentacles, it's inevitable. The pot of water always boils, but you just have to wait for it, right? So I feel like your current energy right now is that you don't really know where this is going, but maybe you feel the momentum building, and maybe you're seeing it from a different perspective now with See the Beauty, that maybe before you were ready to toss in the towel or give up on it, but now you're thinking, wait a minute, I can feel it coming from my soul that this is coming. I might not be able to tangibly see the results yet, but there is something here that my soul is telling me, yeah, I think this is really happening. Because you're being asked with the Magician and the Page of Swords, you're being asked to focus on really, what's that word I'm looking for? Dedicated and just really focused on your manifestations. Do it intentionally. I think that's the word I was looking for. Intentional manifestation. You're being asked to focus on that. There's another person here too with the Page of Swords. So I feel like there may be someone in your energy that you're not sure about. It feels a bit surreal. Maybe this person has been a bit confusing to you. There may have been something out of balance when it comes to this person, but it feels like you're gaining perspective on this person, that maybe the reason they were confusing, or the reason they seemed surreal or not genuine, was meant to teach you something. Generally, our spiritual awakenings are triggered by other people, those interpersonal relationships that help us become more self-aware. So I'm getting a sense, because we have a person showing up in your focus position, that it feels like there is someone here that you may have felt like giving up on, but this is all saying intentionally manifest this person in or back in, and it feels like you're going to change your perspective about this person. But the challenge for you is that I feel that you don't want to. I feel that you are very guarded. you feel like this person maybe abandoned you when it mattered most, and that you want to move forward without this person. But the cards are really saying to take a new look at whoever this person is that you feel was confusing, because it does feel to me like the inner work that you have done or that you are doing are going to help you see this person in a different light. So, but I do think that that's the challenge for you, is having that realization, having that epiphany, understanding and awakening to whoever this was, that you can see this situation from all aspects, see the beauty in this person, in this situation, whoever that is for you. But I feel you wanting to move on and away from this person. And I'm sure you have your reasons. But I think this is saying don't get seduced away from this, because this is where your greatest shadow work lies, at least in the moment, in this relationship, in this situation. This is where you're going to get most of your shadow work done, is by dealing with this person and not running away from it. So the message coming through is ask for help. I think that's when you're going to trust the process more. Ask this person to help you. Ask this person. If this was someone who, it almost doesn't matter what they did to you in the past, if they abandoned you, if they took advantage of you, if they took you for granted, you're both learning something here. And that's the point. The point of these interpersonal relationships that trigger us are generally about both of your soul's growth. So it looks like you're at the point in this situation where both of you are ready to evolve, that you both perhaps have made mistakes in the past, your own shadow mistakes. So it feels like you're both ready to evolve though, and ready to just kind of trust the process and really take a risk on each other. But this is saying to ask them for help. Say, you know, I don't really understand why you did this. And that person hopefully can explain to you what their shadow aspects are and what their rationale was, and that you can come to some kind of common ground. Because it feels like at some point this relationship was out of control, but now it feels like there's an upward trend in this situation, and it's time to revisit this connection. It does, the cards are asking you to take a chance on this. They really are. It's very clear that it feels like this person could be your person, or if not your person, but just a steadfast energy in your life. And this could be anybody. This could be a parent, a sibling, a friend, a romantic interest, even a professional relationship. It doesn't matter what this is or who this is to you. This is about using each other for your soul's growth. There's certainly a soul contract going on here in this situation. And so that's why the cards are saying don't run away from this, because then you're not doing the work. You're not doing your own shadow work, your own soul's growth. I see though your potential final outcome is you're still limited in thinking, and you still may be going towards a different person. You still may be, that challenge of you wanting to run away might still be getting the best of you. So the cards are just here to ask you to not do that. It looks to me like you perhaps want to be engaged in a different situation with a different person. But the truth of the reality is that what you resist persists. And so if you just put another person in this position, whatever this is for you, there's a likelihood with the 8 of Swords that you're going to just repeat this pattern. And it's really asking you to stay with this original person, whoever this person is that you're already dealing with, the one that you feel yourself wanting to pull away from or have nothing to do with. Because it feels like you are both already kind of elevating and growing, and that there's an opportunity here to complete that soul contract if you just stay here and focus on this person and not just try to cover it up or hide it or run away from it and just go with a new person. Because with this Knight of Wands, it's like that's your ego talking. That's your ego saying, I'm not dealing with this. It's too hard. Let me go find someone else where it's easier. But the reality is it's not going to be easier. It's just wherever you go, there you are. It's your own shadow work that needs to happen here. So let's see what else the tarot wants to say. So the Magician and Page of Swords are with the 8 of Rings. So the Eight of Rings or the Eight of Pentacles is about resourcefulness and positive potential. And that's what we were saying. If you intentionally manifest what you want with the person who's already triggering you, that's where your positive potential lies. That's where your resources lie. The Nine of Wands and the Chariot are with the King of Cups. So the King of Cups is the king of integrity, the king of stability, emotional awareness. This is saying, this is your challenge position. You want to run away from this situation, but you're being challenged to channel your inner King of Cups, and anyone can be a king. You are the king in this reading. You're being asked to use your stability, your emotional maturity, and your integrity to continue to stay in this relationship so that you can fulfill that soul contract. You can finish doing your shadow work. The Six of Pentacles and the Fool are with the Hermit. So the Hermit is about contemplation and it's about soul searching. And this is saying, instead of, you've already done the contemplative work, you've already done your soul searching, but now it's time to reach back out to whoever this person is and ask them to help you so that you can move this forward. You can get a fresh start. The Fool is about taking a fresh start with someone, but it's not carrying the baggage of the past with you. It's understanding that the bad things that had to happen in this relationship were meant to evolve both of your souls. It was for your soul's growth. And that's the maturity that comes with the King of Cups and the Hermit, is knowing that it's time for a fresh start. Leave the baggage behind. The Fool travels lightly, and that's what this is asking you to do. That's where this is going. The Eight of Swords and the Knight of Wands are with the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands is about inspiration and about potential. But this is also telling me that this is going to loop you back around, that you're back to now to another page, and you're going to start over a new relationship, and you're going to keep looping around. The universe doesn't just let us out of our contracts just because we don't want to do it. We're here to do the shadow work. We're here to heal. And this is very much saying, yes, this person triggers you, but stay here because this is where the lesson is. This is where you're really going to untie that karmic spaghetti. So there you go. That is our reading. Will you please let me know how this was resonant for you? Consider subscribing to the channel if you like my vibe, and we will do this again sometime. Thanks, everybody. Bye.